I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So OTAs, first week of OTAs officially in the books, I believe, right? They should get together again as a team as a whole. I believe in June, correct? Next week, June, et cetera, et cetera. But it seems like a lot of times when things are going well, it's not just with the Vikings, you hear me, but in the real world, in actual reality. But in this case, the Viking situation, cohesion looks good, chemistry looks good. JJ McCarthy getting big props, turning heads, stepping into his position as the leader of the Vikings as far as quarterback, field general, et cetera, et cetera. Getting getting high praise in certain circumstances. But at the end of the day, when people are pointing out the good, congratulating him, boom, bam, proud of him, all the work and effort he has put in off season, rehab, learning, fighting through the tough battles, the tough mental battles, correct? It's always negativity that comes, negativity that tries to come and infiltrate. In this case, a dumb punk chump named Ross Tucker. I repeat, a dumb punk chump named Ross Tucker. I'm going to get into the article in a minute. But I don't know if he makes up rumors. You know, we see a lot of rumors and speculations at this time in the news media in general. As we all know, people love to get a story, even if it's a false story, a false narrative, et cetera, et cetera. People do it for the clicks, the views, the likes, the reads, whatever the case may be. And we know some of these beat writers reach here, reach there, far right, far left, correct? No matter what, they will create a whole story that they made up in their heads for the Guapino, for the Federale, huh? They don't care if it could potentially cause friction between a team, you know, piss somebody off, piss a player off, a coach off, right? They don't care how it could affect certain players. And at the end of the day, I know the Vikings should kill that noise, all negative noise, all positive noise. At the end of the day, only thing that matters is what's being said, what's going on in the building. We know that. But at the same time, certain things can be inserted, may make a player feel away, question certain things, question certain situations. In JJ McCarthy's situation, it could make him question, is he really going to get a fair chance? Is it really fair ball, fair play? Do the coaches really believe in him 1,000%, 1,000%, huh? Is Kevin O'Connell really behind him through thick and thin like he has said he is? Quasi, does Quasi believe in him? You hear me? The players, etc. See, this punk chump Ross Tucker basically says that the Vikings have major concerns, basically saying the Vikings don't believe or may not really believe in JJ McCarthy 1,000%. Huh? They may not be putting all their chips all into him. That's why you've seen them try to make maneuvers. He says they wanted Rodgers. Yeah, I read some of the article, the Cap article, huh? But he says they wanted Rodgers. They wanted Tannehill, huh? They wanted Flacco. You hear me? They went out and got Sam Howell because they don't fully believe in him. I say Cap, bruh. Huh? You hear me? If that's the case, they could have drafted a younger player, rookie player in the draft. Right? Or if that's the case, they wouldn't be putting all these weapons around him, acquiring these tackles and guards to protect him, to get the running game going, huh? Running a similar offense that he was used to and ran very brilliantly at the University of Michigan, huh? Even won a natty, right? So why would they be doing all this? Why wouldn't they have brung Aaron Rodgers in no matter the price, no matter the questions, huh? No matter the confusion? Why not just put all your chips in 1 year, 1 season on Rodgers? Or bring Tannehill in, or say him and Sam Howell are going to battle for the first spot, first string QB, huh? Why is JJ McCarthy coming in your starter, baby? Don't get caught up in the rumors. Don't get caught up in the false narratives, dog. That's what they do. That's what they do. They want to cause friction. And some people say, oh, it's not a big deal. So what? No. So if you hear me? Yeah. So what? You damn right. So what? No, it's not just the so what. That's not the point. Who cares? I don't care if the story doesn't even get to JJ McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell, which I'm sure it already has. Period. Huh? but the energy they're putting out there, right? The energy, the bad, negative energy they're trying to put on the Vikings organization. Why would they do that? Why you got to make up lies? Really? Now they're reaching, getting away with making up lies just for a story because they can't talk about nothing else. So they got to create a lie, right? A bullshit gimmick story. Oh, does my vulgarness offend you? Deal with it, homie. This is America. You hear me? Come on now. Stop that cat, baby. But Ross Tucker talking about this, talking about that. Why even go there, bro? Why even go there? But I hope JJ McCarthy isn't buying it. I hope he's standing tall. I hope Kevin O'Connell pulled him to the side already and said, hey, don't believe the BS. Whatever you hear, the negativity, what story you might read, story you might see, rumors you might hear, don't pay attention to it. I believe in you. I'm rocking with you. You are my quarterback. I am your coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in on you. I want to see you perform at the best, highest level possibly. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that happens. Period, homie. And I'm sure him and JJ McCarthy have already had those talks. Just the relationship, right? It's very different from Kirk Cousins. First off, McCarthy's still basically a rookie, younger. You know what I'm saying? More room to grow. Brain more open to thoughts and ideas, not really stuck in his ways, heavy. So yeah, totally different relationship. But like I say, I'm sure they had that conversation, period. But I hope JJ McCarthy is buying none of it. He's focused on being the best quarterback he can be, not feeding into the BS, bro, killing all the noise, zoned in on himself, his family. You know, he got a child coming, etc. But his family, the team. But at this point, he needs to be zoned in fully on the team, bro. Period. Heavy. No ifs, ands, buts about it, bro. Nothing needs to get in the way. All distractions, even family distraction, potentially need to be shut down, killed, quiet. Huh? Tuned out. Tuned out. I don't care how it sounds. His job is to take the Vikings to the promised land, to be a great quarterback. Unless he just wants to be average, mediocre, cool with being good. I don't think that's him. Matter of fact, I know that's not in his heart, his chromosomes. He knows greatness. He comes from greatness, right? He bleeds, exudes greatness, homie, unless he's lying and capping. You hear me? But all the pressers, interviews I've seen, the gameplay, he wants to be great. He will accept nothing less. So, with that being said, kill all the noise, period. Care what it is, homie. This including this here rumor story. Let's get into the article. Really break this down, man. This dude, Ross Tucker. It's a lot of Ross Tuckers running around yonder, correct? Right? We see it all the time. It's not the first fake trumped up story to try to cause confusion within the organization. Huh? Paint a fake illusion. Let's get it, man. Matter of fact, give me 1 second real quick. But this is ridiculous. It's piss poor. It shouldn't be allowed. I mean, man, this how he earns his guapino federale, making up stories. How hard is that? How hard is that, bruh? Yeah. Vikings reportedly concerned with JJ McCarthy. Concerned reportedly. The Minnesota Vikings are entering a new era of football in 2025. A new quarterback is taking over the proud NFC North franchise with second-year signal caller JJ McCarthy expected to be the starter, really still first year, as far as physically. Despite having an interest in re-signing Sam Darnold, the Vikings saw their starting quarterback from last season leave to sign a 3-year, $100.5 million contract with the Seattle Seahawks. They also were unable to retain Daniel Jones in free agency. Rumors surrounded Minnesota and Aaron Rodgers for some weeks during the offseason, but the team ultimately decided to go in a different direction. Instead, the Vikings acquired Sam Howell from the Seahawks. We know what it is. No disrespect to Sam. Wish him the best until he enters SKOL Vikings territory. No hard feelings, though. He did what he did. He is who he is, period. He's no threat to us. He's no threat to the Vikings, in my opinion. I believe he is who he is, and he will not perform the same at the high level as he did without Kevin O'Connell. I stand on that 10 toes down, period. Now, if he proves us wrong, cool, boom, bet, respect. but I don't buy it. Let's go. McCarthy is the clear-cut favorite to be the week one starter. Minnesota is taking a major leap of faith in this young quarterback. However, one NFL insider has revealed some concerning thoughts about the Vikings quarterback situation. It's always one insider, huh? It's always one with a trumped up story, right? What I heard, I know. Cap crap. Ross Tucker has spoken out about McCarthy and Minnesota. He doesn't think the Vikings are extremely confident in the young signal caller. No matter what the Vikings say about J.J. McCarthy, they wanted Sam Darnold back, Tucker said. And then when they weren't going to get Darnold back, they wanted Daniel Jones back. As much as they're sold on J.J. McCarthy, they weren't that sold. What? So the Vikings have some doubt. How can you say they have doubt just because they wanted Sam Darnold back? Maybe they wanted him back as a backup. You ever thought about that, Ross Tucker? Ross Tucker, huh? You punk chump. And how do you know? You know specifically who told you. Did you talk to KOC? Did you hear that from Quasi, the Wolves, huh? Boom, let me know, bruh. You're cap. But they could have wanted Sam Darnold back as a backup, a safe zone, a safety net. And so what, they wanted Daniel Jones back, period. What's your point? So he's saying basically because they tried to make a deal happen allegedly with Sam Darnold, allegedly with Daniel Jones, that means they're not sold on McCarthy or don't believe in him. See this crap right here, BS right here, bro. How can you say that? That makes no sense. It doesn't align. So what? And even if they did want these guys back to possibly compete with them, what does that mean? That's better for McCarthy. That's part of the business. You should want the best players available, even if they're backups. So what? This dude is reaching. A prime example of reaching once again, homie. No way around it. You hear me? Dude is cap, man. This story already has no validity to it. Come on now. There are many reasons why the team may not be completely sold on McCarthy. First and foremost, he has never played an NFL regular season snap. Last season, McCarthy was unavailable for the entire year due to a knee injury that he suffered in the preseason. He missed a lot of valuable time in 2024. Once again, if you think about it from that aspect, how many teams are 100% sold? Yeah, they can believe in him, but is it wrong if it's questions? What? Since when teams didn't have questions, right? It was questions about Rodgers, period, homie. It's questions about Patrick Mahomes, correct? Jalen Hurts, what? This dude is ridiculous. And the fact his story really got put online for people to see and read and take in, are you kidding me, baby? Once again, it just shows you sometimes it's not about what you know, even if you have talent. You hear me? It's about who you know, dog. Who you know. We know the 411. We know the scoop, right? Come on, bro. Without seeing what he can do on the field, there is no guarantee that Minnesota will see him become a legitimate starter in 2025. There is a lot riding on his ability to step in and play at a high level, but the Vikings cannot be guaranteed to see him succeed. Once again, what the hell is guaranteed? It's all a draw to straw when we're talking about the NFL and the football game, you dummy bummy. Once again, are you kidding me? It's all questions. Every team, every year in the NFL. Every year in the NFL is different, dog. Period. That's why you see teams who people say will suck, won't be contenders, no chance at winning a Super Bowl, make a playoff run, playoff push, huh? You hear me, dog? Teams that so-called experts and analysts said would be good, would achieve great things, be trash, garbage, finito. That's the point. Dudes are goofy. It will be interesting to watch the Vikings and McCarthy early on during the 2012-2025 campaign. His first 3 career starts, assuming he does win the job, will come on the road against the Chicago Bears. Victory. I smell victory. Easy dub. And what do you know, baby? Spotlight. Monday night. McCarthy. Make them eat their words, homie. You hear me? Go eat, big dog. Heavy, yeah. Eat round yonder. Heavy. And then at home against the Atlanta Falcons and Cincinnati Bengals. Fans won't have to wait long to find out what McCarthy is made of in his second season. Hopefully, he's ready to rise to the occasion and prove himself to be a capable starter. For more Minnesota Vikings and NFL news, blase blah, head over to Newsweek Sports. Man, I'm starting not to buy none of these dudes, dog. Even the so-called Vikings media. I think a lot of them be hating on their own squad. You hear me? Yeah, down low on the low. A lot of them be Packers fans, Bears fans, huh? You hear me, dog? Lions fans. We know what's up. They can fool you, not fooling Big Skull, though. But this dude's a goofy, bro. All you can do is laugh. And you see at the end, just like the rest of the Nut Riders, they always put the positivity. They got to throw that in there just in case he does do good. What he say? Oh, I hope he does good. I hope he performs well. Oh, I hope blase, blah, this, that. They don't care nothing about McCarthy, homie. He want him to fail. He's going to be the first one there. Got something to say if he performs badly. First one there. First one there to nut ride if he's great. Come on, bruh. It's time to boycott these punk chumps. Jive turkeys, man. Jive turkeys, man. Ross Tucker, you a smooth criminal, my guy. You a smooth criminal, man. It should be criminal how criminal you are. I repeat, it should be criminal how criminal you are, Ross Tucker. Coward, show your face. Show your face, punk chump. Matter of fact, come on my platform, my channel, and show your face. I will destroy you, break you all the way down like a fraction. You hear me? Don't you come over here in SKOL territory round yonder and disrespect. I know you hear me too. You will see me. Come feel me, punk. This is SKOL territory. Big SKOL here, huh? The biggest, dog. Heavy. Believe that, bruh. But we got another analyst, so-called expert, so-called good, solid beat writer, good in his profession. Huh? Incorrect grammar at all. Talking noise. Talking cap. Trying to cause some friction on the low in Minnesota Vikings territory, bruh. I'm not having it. I'm not buying it. Hey, McCarthy. Make them eat their words, dog. Hey, KOC. Make them eat their words. Please, my boy. You hear me? Man, fire them comments up. Let me know how you feel about the video and this bullshit article. Are you buying it? Are you buying that the Vikings doubt McCarthy? Let me know, homie. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Takes less than 1 second. You hear me? Support the grind. Support the channel. Big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes. Win, lose, or draw forever. And guess what? We run the North. Believe that. Yeah. Woo.